Hey guys, my name is Matt Nolan with Bear Photo, and today I'm going to show you how to create the Melbourne Instagram story filter inside of Lightroom. I'll be making all of the Instagram story filters, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when the other filters are released. Let's check out a few before and after photos using this preset, and then I'll show you how to download it for free. On the left side of the screen is the photo straight from Instagram with the actual filter applied. On the right side is the raw unedited photo with no adjustments at all. Now all I have to do is apply the Melbourne preset, so I go up to my Instagram story filters, click on Melbourne, and just like that, we have a copy of the Melbourne filter applied inside of Lightroom. Like I said, it looks great on landscapes. Now let's try it in an urban setting. So let me drag the photo with the actual filter on the left and select the unedited photo for the right. Click on Melbourne and voila. The next photo is an awesome shot of some buildings on a mountain surrounded by snow. And when you apply the Melbourne preset, it adds a cool little whitewash filter to the entire image, which I think looks pretty nice. Let's do one more mountain photo, this time with a little bit more blue sky. Adding the preset, you can see it lightens up the entire image and takes a lot of saturation out of the blue and really changes the whole look of the image. Now let's try it on some portraits. So here's the actual filter on the left and the raw on the right. I click on Melbourne and there you go. So this isn't my favorite preset for portraits and skin tones. Personally, if I was going to use this for portraits, I would adjust the split toning and make the skin tones a little bit more natural, but I wanted to make this preset as close as I could to the real thing, so I'm leaving it as is for all you purists out there. Let's do one more photo, which I think is actually my favorite of the bunch. Instagram photos on the left, raw photo on the right, apply the preset, and it's a pretty perfect match, minus some of the compression and noise from transferring it to my phone and Instagram and then back and forth to my computer. I think by itself this photo is great, but if you were to put it into a collection with the same preset applied to some similar images, I think this could be a pretty solid sequence of photos. So now if you're interested in downloading this preset, head on over to my Patreon page. Don't worry, it's still free, you don't have to pay for anything. Patreon is just a nice platform to post small files on. Plus, if you want to support me, you have the option to do so and get some sweet little perks. You can either go to patreon.com/bearphoto or just click on the link in the description of this video. Once you're on Patreon, scroll down until you see this video and click on the download link. I also have all the presets from my previous videos posted, so if you want to pick up some of those while you're there, feel free. Let's head back into Lightroom and I'll show you my process, which includes a pretty awesome little Lightroom trick. I started off trying to match the filter using this luminosity gradient. I actually got stuck trying to do this for the longest time because Instagram was adding this purplish blue to the highlights, nothing in the midtones, and then a different type of blue for the shadows. I kept messing around with split toning, trying everything I could, but couldn't figure out how to change the highlights and shadows while keeping these midtones a normal looking gray. Then one night I had a revelation where I remembered I could use luminosity masks with gradient filters. So let me show you that real quick because it's pretty cool. I made one gradient for the shadows, which is this one right here on the bottom. If you select it and then click on luminosity mask, you can see it's only affecting the red in the image, which is just the shadows. And then I made another one on top of the image, which affects just the highlights, and I'll show you that real quick. Doing it this way, I was able to apply different colors to the highlights and shadows and use this range slider to select how much is being applied to each. So that was pretty cool, but then I had the idea of doing all the basic adjustments with gradient filters. So the filter on the right actually holds all the basic adjustments in the image, which is nice because now you can edit your photo how you normally would and then apply this preset. It just gets added on top of your basic adjustments without overriding them. So after I got this gradient looking as close as I could, I matched a simple color chart up. I was able to match this one up pretty easily, but then I did the same to a much larger color chart, which actually took some time. Every time I changed one color, it was changing some of the other colors, and it was quite a process. But eventually I got it down, and it was pretty much perfect. I only had to make a few minor tweaks to the preset once I started applying them to actual photographs. Alright guys, and that'll do it. If you made this far into the video, I just wanted to say I really appreciate you guys. The support on these videos has been amazing. If you have any questions at all, just leave me a comment. I try to respond to everyone. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next one.